Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the South Point Studios here at the lovely South Point Casino in Las Vegas, Nevada. Sometimes my script pages aren't in the right order. I feel like I'm extremely low right now. Do I feel lower?
I don't think.
Okay. All right. Anyway, I am Frank Nicotero, longtime comedian, lifelong sports fan. And on today's show, you're going to get some laughs, some thought-provoking sports conversations, and a few picks for some of today's games, but nothing on the show, Alex. Nothing will be as cool as me when last night I was proclaimed like one of the highlights of the night at the ballpark. Here's how I got on. Chugging a beer. Oh, does he stop? No. Does he do the whole beer? Yeah. Whole beer. Whole beer, baby. Now, this, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, first of all, by the way, that was me, Frank the Tank, a little old school. Sitting to my right is two-time national champ sports betting analyst, and a huge part of why we got our extension here to keep pumping out shows out of SoPo Studios. Alex White is here.
I appreciate that. Thank you. I did hear yesterday, though, Joey B did have to chime in and make sure that you remembered me, but you did today, so that's very good.
How did you hear about that?
I was watching your show.
I mentioned everybody. I even mentioned Caden, and I forgot you. You know, I was like, and his Jeffrey Dahmer glasses staring back at me now. Take them off. No, I know. I'm sorry. I forgot.
It's okay. I forgive you.
So
That's
Joey
a great
B. And by the way,
introduction.
Joey B. Won the bracket.
Yes, he
and
did.
he said, he just wants a shout out from Chris or Jimmy. Chris tweeted him last night. Joey was very happy.
And it was a long tweet.
Yeah.
He really gave him a second on there.
He
so
did.
It's good.
There you go. Is Joey B in the room? There he is. Good afternoon, Punchlines. Normally, it's Alex's job to chug all the drinks. Wait, that's Andy. Andy Martello's one. That's from Andy. I didn't even look who it was from at first. There goes Jimmy Vaccaro.
That is funny because Andy does put me up to that.
Well,
job.
now that was the beginning of the game, so I worked. I filled in for Alex last night out at the ballpark, which is the nicest minor league stadium. We had a blast. It was a beautiful night. So we're doing it, and I have an earpiece in, and they're like, chug it. And I'm like, well, can I? Because, I'm like, all right, I heard chug. So I was like, whoever told me, but I have had voices in my head tell me to chug beer before. So, but this time I swear.
Hopefully it was for your boss.
So it was an 805 beer, and I said, yeah, right, it's a little heavy. I said, it's so good. I go, that beer was so good, it's now an 806. So that was, and the Spruce Goose laughed. I made Spruce the Goose laugh twice. When we did the great cuts thing.
He's supposed to laugh for everything.
Well, I know he's supposed to, but he was laughing. We did the great clips thing, and I said I didn't go to great clips. That's why I'm wearing a hat. And folks,
Spruce
it's just
natural, right?
It's all hits when you come out and see me at the ballpark. Anyway, Alex, you did take the night off, and Andy Martello was there, and Andy, thank you again for showing me around. That was a good time. Andy, Andy Martello is going to be sitting in with us here on Monday. And Keith Lau says that wasn't Frank's first beer of the night. Yes, it was. It was my first and only beer of the night because I had a job to do. But once you have one, once it hits your lips, it's so good. You kind of want more. Alex White is here, ladies and gentlemen. Alex, your biggest pick on the NCAA tournament, you had UConn Purdue under.
Yes.
It was 145. The total was 75-6, 135.
Yes.
And what did you say about that total right before the show?
Well, I made it 135, and Jeff Parles asked during Sports by the Book, he said, is 144 too low? It's dropping down. And I said, well, I made it 135. I think we're still good. We got some value. And then he texted me after.
So
wow,
kudos
135.
And did he mention that today on the show?
No.
No, he didn't.
But
so
we had
Jeff,
a lot of Masters talk.
You had a lot of Masters, which we're going to get to. We have a full show. We have Ryan behind the glass there. We found a lot of good stuff. We have 6 baseball games going on while the show's going on right now. Dodgers are losing 3-2. And I believe, Alex, you're going to have some picks later for us.
Yes, I have a hockey pick for you, and then I just put in a couple more Masters picks, so we're going to talk a lot about
We're
going
to get to the match. Yeah, I noticed you have your stack of 3 tickets already.
And I got some on the app, too. But South Point had the best numbers for these 3, so.
You hear it here first,
yes.
folks. We have the odds right here. We're going to get to that. We have the props that came out, too. So we have Masters props that we're going to talk about. Alex has already put a few bets in, so we're going to talk about that. And and Frankie Fungo. Ryan, Frankie Fungo is going to make an appearance on the show. He has a pick for the California Anaheim Angels of Los Angeles. I'm never going to say it. So I have a pick. That game starts at 107 betwixt the Rays and California/Anaheim Angels. By the way, it might be the first time the word betwixt has been used on an episode of Punchlines.
So that wasn't a typo on your script?
Definitely is. Yeah.
No, that was me being eloquent.
Oh,
I thought it was a typo.
Word of the day.
It's betwixt.
Never heard the word before.
It means between.
Oh, well, so does between.
I'm trying to class up the joint, all right? Now that we're picked up, I'm going to take risks. Yes. Oh, betwixt. I think it's like Shakespearean. Someone look up the origin of betwixt. Dahmer, look that up. All right, here we go. Today's date is April 9th. It's April 9th, 2024. It's National Hug Your Dog Day. And to explain the outfit, oh, by the way, Costco, what's happening? Still no contact lens, been 11 business days. It's also National Wear Pink Day. So not only did I wear one pink shirt, I wore two. So there you can see it's Hug Your Dog Day. That is a stock photo. Correct, Ryan?
Correct.
That's a stock photo, but okay, and then there's the International Day of Pink. I have two pinks.
Very good. Representing for the studio because
No one else wore pink. And why didn't you wear pink?
I got a tie.
I don't own any pink.
You don't own any pink. Ryan, do you have a pink tie?
I got a tie. Yeah.
Is it pink?
look at that.
very nice.
Oh, there you go. That's actually very, it's kind of very mafia, like a pink tie and a black suit. I like it. You could be in Goodfellas. All right, so I asked everybody, well, here's what I did. I figured it's International Pink Day and Hug Your Dog Day. Why don't I hug my dogs whilst
Whoa.
standing betwixt my two dogs? So there you go. There's me and yet another Airbnb. There's me holding on the left. That would be Scooby, who didn't want to participate in National Hug Your Dog Day, and Marty, who I had to pick up. Couldn't get them both at the same time. It was very weird. Oh, on the left one, Marty is looking like, what are you doing?
Yes,
what are you
he
doing?
is.
What are you doing to my little brother who's actually older? But anyway, so there you go. I encourage you to hug your dog and wear pink. Anyone else bring a photo of them hugging their dog.
There's me hugging my dog.
There's Al. Now tell us about your dog. Very cute.
That's Cooper. He's
Cooper.
an Italian Greyhound Chihuahua mix.
Is he really? Wow.
That's a mouthful.
That is a wild mix. And when did you take that? You're wearing black? Was that?
Yeah, that's this morning.
Wait, can we show that picture one more time? Let's just talk about it real quick.
With the Christmas tree in the background?
Yeah, it seems like there's a Christmas tree in the back and some sort of Christmas ornament on the end table there. So I think you're lying.
You asked for a picture.
I did.
Hugging your dog, so
All right. Or maybe she celebrates. Maybe you're just lazy and you don't take your tree down.
this year I actually did.
Okay.
No, last year.
During COVID, I think we left the tree up till March. It was just like, what are we going to do? And it was a real tree, too.
Oh.
Give a nice pine aroma to the house.
Yes.
Anyway, who else do we have here? Oh, there's Ryan and Tiff. And who are your dogs again?
Kova and
Kova.
Obi.
Kova. Oh, the name's cut off on the other one?
Yep. Well, it's there. It's just Obi.
O-E.
O-B.
O-B. Oh, that's a B. All right. Sorry. Oh, they're cute. And you're wearing a pink tie. That was today.
That was.
See how there's no Christmas tree in the background,
But
Alex?
the other one's not today with Tiff.
No, yeah, that was when Obi was a puppy. You could
Yeah,
see kind of his size difference. That was Thanksgiving of last year.
There you go. Alex, quite the detective,
Wow.
seeing that the dog looked different because it was a puppy in the one.
Was that
And
last year?
Yes.
She's like, no, those aren't today.
Sure?
I thought he had 4 dogs for a second.
It was very cute. All right, well, there. Oh, Ann, yay! Ann, who is that?
That is Molly on the left and Zoe on the right.
Molly and Zoe. And Zoe's picture was today
Zoe's picture was
because I see you're wearing that
I am
sweatshirt.
wearing that sweatshirt.
That looks like your collar's a little pink. It's a little pinkish.
It's orange.
Let's go with pink.
And a lab and a golden retriever.
All right, so everyone hug your dog. It's National Hug Your
Wait,
Dog
we're
Day.
not done.
Oh, my God.
It's Sean.
God. Could you tell that was Sean?
No.
Without Sean, I'm sorry. I thought someone had broken into the studio and taken. So, Sean, without seeing your golden locks flowing, when you're covered up like you're about to be a cat burglar and do a jewel heist, I didn't recognize you. Who's your dog?
That's Daisy May.
Daisy May?
Remember Little Shit? We can say
What?
Can we say that?
What did he just say? Who's a little tough little stinker. All right.
It's a Shih Tzu.
Rascal.
Oh,
It's a
there you
Shih
go.
Tzu.
Oh, I get it now.
It isn't. But
All right. And by the way, the other thing, do you want to know how tall Sean is? Wait, can you show it one more time, man? He's taller than the kitchen cabinets that I need a stool to get out. Look at that. I would need a stool to reach a cup out of that. And Sean's like, I must hold my dog. Why were you wearing the black hoodie? Was that today?
No, that wasn't today.
Yeah, there was some heist, but something went on. If there's any jewels missing from your house, I think we have your suspect. All right, great pictures. Nice job, everybody, on the assignment. Everyone, speaking of dogs, we're going to maybe have some underdog bets, too. We're going to talk dogs. There's a little segue for you. And the Masters. We're going to get to the Masters. Today is episode 129. Let's check in. Sean is going to eat that dog, says Reno Paul. I kind of have to look at you. Are a chef. You are quite a cook. You make salsa for everybody. You make Christmas food for everybody. Anne is talking more now that you were picked up. I like it. Minidar's always been a fan of Anne, hasn't he?
Thank you, Minidar.
Anne is talking more. This might be a first. Frank wearing a golf shirt as a host, no jacket or sweater. Joey B, I think so. But it was pink day. Pink day. And yeah, I'm wearing pink.
I will say some days I don't talk because I'm too lazy to set the microphone up.
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. And looks like Sean stole that dog, says Keith Lau. It does look like that was the heist. And then you're like a pet detective. You show up and go, oh, I found your missing dog. Give me my $500. Yeah, that's a side business. It's a side hustle on the show. It's episode 129, Alex. 129 episodes. I would say you've been a part of, well, you average probably twice a week, right?
Right.
Probably like 40, 50 times.
Okay.
All right.
I think that sounds right.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like you're a guest. You're our host today. And we want to look back. We've been doing some because Ryan and I have exhausted all the jerseys. I actually went back and watched some of episode 129, and you guys did do a jersey thing. And I look way different at the top of the show. So here's the opening of 100 shows ago. We call this 100 shows ago. Roll that footage.
Now it is time
What?
again for punchlines here from the South Point Casino. Well, Frank Nicotero is not here yet. He will be here tomorrow, last day of your father-daughter duo. I'm Alex White, sitting with
Jimmy Vaccaro in the background.
Kenny White.
Isn't
That
it?
is funny.
That is
Yeah.
Jimmy, right? Waving?
Yeah.
Was that him? That was.
Wait, what happened? Oh, that's what he's doing.
Ah. Look at that. And Kenny, since he mentioned, wait, what happened? A new episode did drop today. That would be episode 5 of season 2. Shot in Cincinnati, the Queen City. New Orleans one's coming in 2 weeks. That's where I was at the time. But you did a great job. You and your dad. That was great.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah. And your dad, speaking of your dad, is going to be here Friday, right? Tomorrow we have
That's all
Jeff Parles
connected.
will be here tomorrow because you guys are doing the earlier episodes of Sports by the Book. Explain the schedule.
Yes, so we are moving to 9 a.m. Tuesday through Saturdays.
Okay.
And it's mostly because, like you said, we have 5 baseball games going on
Right.
right now. So we want to get in here early, get our plays out early. And then also, I mean, the lines move so much, whether it's hockey, NBA, or
Right.
baseball. So,
It's an exciting time of year. Baseball's kicking off, and then it's the home stretch for hockey and NBA.
yes,
Do you like the earlier hour?
I do.
Yeah. Gives you the whole day afterwards.
Yeah, and get ready for baseball. So,
Then get ready for baseball. And I came walking in, and I was here at like 11. I usually get here about 10 minutes before the show. And anyway, get here. Anyway, Alex is already here. I'm like, God, Alex never beats me here. And then I was like, well, Alex, you're already here. And she's like, well, did the morning show. I was like, oh yeah, that's right. So anyway, make sure you watch Sports by the Book. Adjust your schedules at home. But hey, by the way, if you enjoy watching Sports by the Book at its usual 3 p.m., East Coast, Pacific time, you can still watch it.
that's right.
And then you can just skip through if you want, if you're just trying to get to picks or something.
That's true.
But watch
Yes.
the whole show. Or Jeff's parts, you can kind of scrub through. All right, it's time for a new segment on the show. It's a new segment called That's Crazy. People say this word all the time now, right? Like you'll go, oh my God, my phone, it was like dead, and all of a sudden it turned back on. Oh my God, that's crazy. So it's a new segment called That's Crazy. I'm so tired of people here saying that. So we're going to talk about something that happened last night. So I'm going to kind of do a little headline recap here. Alex, you have something that you thought was crazy last night. What was crazy to you?
Celtics Bucks game. There were 2 free throws shot in that game.
2 free throws. You heard it right. If you're there were 2 free throws shot the entire NBA game. That doesn't seem right, does it?
No, it doesn't.
Yeah.
Celtics did not have one.
Now that's the first time in NBA history. So look at that. Ryan has pulled up the graphic here. The Celtics, 43 of 81, shot 53%. That's pretty good. 47% from the 3-point line. Is that the Bucks? Sorry, I got to mix it up. Anyway, no free throws. No free throws. That's unheard of.
No free throws. But look at the 3-pointers. So the Bucks went 17 of 36.
17 to 52.
And then the Celtics 17 of 52.
What happened to the inside game in the NBA? It's gone. That's why Zach Edey will not get drafted in the first round. That's insane. It's the first game in NBA. The previous record low for free throws in a game, 11.
That's crazy.
So they crushed that.
He said it.
That's
That's
crazy. That's why we came up with the name right there. It's crazy. It was Giannis. Giannis. Is Chris here today? Damn it. Is he watching? Chris, it's Giannis. I was caught in betwixt saying Giannis Antetokounmpo. He went 1 for 2 in the first quarter. So it was in the first quarter. So you're telling me the whole second half of the game, the refs kept their whistles in their pocket. That doesn't. I didn't watch any of the game. Did you see any of the game?
No.
Yeah, that just seems insane. But anyway, I looked at the line too, by the way. The Bucks were favored 3.5, so they easily covered. The over-under was 231. So, again,
The
under.
Celtics did sit a few people because they've already clinched not only their
Right.
conference, but the
Right.
best record. So they're going to have home court for the whole playoffs.
But you know what? They probably would have liked, some free throw practice in a game.
That's true.
Probably would have been like, hey, it's a pressure situation. Like to maybe try. Nope.
Maybe the refs were thinking that this one doesn't really count that much. We're just going to
I don't know.
chill a little,
Pretty
run
weird.
up and down, get a little cardio.
All right, Ryan, what was crazy to you last night?
Well, there was a couple different things that happened last
Okay,
night. We
yeah,
had the winningest coach in college basketball history retire, Tara
Yeah.
Vanderveer.
Yeah.
And then Tyler Glasnow threw 14 strikeouts and
Okay.
only 88 pitches.
Amazing.
Then going to basketball, Domantas Sabonis had a 61-game double-double streak end last night.
Yeah, everyone's been talking about that.
Victor Wembanyama had his 10th game of the season, getting at least 15 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, and 5 blocks.
Fill in the line.
He's the first player to have double digits in one season of that stat line since David Robinson.
Oh my God.
And then going to hockey, Austin Matthews is the first player since 2007-2008 to score 65 goals in a season. But my story of the night, that's crazy.
Okay.
Alex Ovechkin becomes the first player in NHL history to have 18 seasons of at least 30 goals.
Yeah, I hate him. But he's great. I mean, I got to respect him. He's won a cup, so he's like, that's amazing. That's amazing.
Wow,
that's something.
that's crazy.
That's great. Did I say it?
No, I did.
Oh, that could be the sound drop for next time. Record that. Do it one more time.
Wow, that's crazy.
Were we recording? Was that recording?
It's all recording.
Cut it together.
Yeah.
Caden, do it. That is crazy. By the way, Ovechkin started off really horribly this year, right? I know he's going for the all-time record. He's picked it up a little bit, but how drunk was he when he won the Stanley Cup? Wasn't he the one who was?
Yes.
I mean, they all get drunk,
Yeah.
but he was hugely drunk.
Yeah.
I go
The
from
entire
the mix,
offseason.
and I go
Their
into
celebration
hugely.
lasted, I feel like, the longest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fun. I mean, they have fun with it. It ended up in a few pools. I know a lot of people have. Tom Brady through the NFL one. Tom Brady doesn't have the. Tom Brady's so good. He won the Stanley Cup. Ladies and gentlemen. And I think we've shown the picture of me holding the Stanley Cup. That was really cool. That's crazy. Thanks for asking, Alex and Ryan. Jesus. What was mine? Hold on. Oh yeah, I went with the comedian one. Right, I gotta go. Former ABA player. This guy was back in the ABA days. Jackie Moon was an unbelievable player. He played for the Flint Tropics. Okay, it's actually Will Ferrell. So Will Ferrell attended the Warriors' crushing of the Lakers last night in LA. Sorry to say that, Reno Paul. And Will Ferrell was wearing a Gary Payton Sr. jersey. So there's Gary Payton II applauding after stomping Will Ferrell. So, by the way, when did Will Ferrell turn 95 years old? So look what he does. He's like, you got my dad's jersey on. I'm going to sign it for you. And gives it to Will Ferrell. Will Ferrell's like, I'm good. And then Will Ferrell kind of goes over to try to talk to Steph Curry like, who is that guy? Who's the guy signing a jersey for me? And he says something to him. He's like, Jackie Moon was a better shooter than you. Tropic Thunder. What's the name of that movie? Tropic Thunder? No, not Tropic Thunder.
Thunder's
Jackie Moon. What is it called again?
I don't remember.
The Will Ferrell movie.
Talladega Nights.
Yeah, sure. There it is. Someone in the chat room.
Brothers.
What? It's not Step Brothers.
Yeah, it's semi-pro.
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 God, was that Sean, the creepy
Yeah.
Sean over there? All right. He's still Sean with the black hoodie on, holding a dog. I feel like that would be on a poster. Is this your dog? I found it. Anyway, I just thought it was cool. I thought it was crazy that Will Ferrell was there. That was a big loss to the Lakers. I think their playoff chances went from like plus 200 to minus 180. I saw some sort of meme last night or something. So I don't know. It's coming down to that play. Does anyone understand the play-in tournament yet? I always look to you, right? Because it's like the in-season
What do you
tournament.
mean?
How many teams make the play-in tournament in the NBA?
Well, so seeds 7 through 10
They,
need to compete
Right.
in the play-in to
Right.
get seeds 7 and 8.
yeah. Okay.
So you need to win 2 games to win the 7 seed, and if you
Right.
win one or you get the other one, then you get the 8.
it's all the NBA is very confusing. But it was very popular, the in-season tournament.
Yeah.
I can't stop chugging. I chug beer. I chug water. We got picked up. I'll just trash the studio. I don't care.
Picked up, throwing stuff, calling everybody creepy or Dahmer. I don't
Sean,
know what's
well,
going on.
Calling us
so-
random people earlier today.
I didn't mean random. I meant, do we have random photos? I used betwixt. Give me that. I mean, come on. That was a fancy word I used, ladies and gentlemen. What are we doing right
the
now?
Polo, because he feels like he's a little bit.
I do. Well, you know what? If I
frat
really want to be the 80s
back
villain
in-
in every teen movie, you got to put the collar up. What's
Oh
up,
my God,
prep?
I'm thinking of Karate Kid right now.
I'm John Williams Apka. Yeah.
Yeah.
Get him a body bag. Sean looks like he stole that dog. All right, B-Town Dummy. Oh, God. What was that? What happened? Fear of missing out? What?
I will say though, you know how people say that your dog usually resembles you?
Yeah.
I didn't see that with Sean at
No.
all. Like, remember in 101 Dalmatians, like even the animated one, they'd be walking their dog and they all look alike.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sean's like, no,
Creepy
that's fine.
Sean, laugh out loud. I will never call you Creepy Sean again. By the way, thank you, Daniel Pacheco, for semi-pro, which actually Sean thought of. Cool Sean. I'll call you Cool Sean. I'm digging a hole. And you know what? Paul's That's Crazy. I was going to ask the people, what was your That Crazy from last night? Paul's That's Crazy is his 17-leg parlay for 25 cents didn't pay off. Paul Sugarman, Paul's goal in life is to be one of those things on the internet, $5 paid, $86,000. He will not rest until he gets that. So anyway, good luck. We're rooting for you, Reno Paul. You have till the end of the year to do it. We're going to take like a 2-minute, we're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to come back. We'll talk Alex's picks. I have Frankie Fungo's got a baseball pick. We'll get to some posts with punchlines and a whole lot of Masters talk. So we'll be right back in 2 minutes on Punchlines.
South Point is also proud to provide a variety of relaxing amenities for the guests who want to be pampered. Soak up the sun and let your stress melt away in our lagoon-style paradise swimming pool. A relaxing getaway where you can bask in the desert sun and enjoy seasonal food and bar service poolside. And if you really want to escape, come to Spa Costa del Sur. From couple suites to a co-ed wet area, our spa caters to business and leisure travelers who want to unwind and elevate their senses. A visit to one of our spa's steam, sauna, or whirlpool treatment rooms will leave any guest feeling like they can take on the world. Our gaming amenities include over 60 table games and over 2,600 of the most popular slot and video poker machines. We have penny slots, including the popular Buffalo games, and real machines like Wheel of Fortune, Triple Sevens, and Megabucks. If you prefer video poker, try Deuces Wild, Double Double Bonus, or a variety of multi-denomination games. Or try your hand at one of the most popular casino table games in the world, Blackjack. Don't let the game intimidate you. Blackjack, also known as 21, is both easy and fun. And our dealers are always happy to assist. And the best part? Blackjack always pays 3 to 2. Next, check out the roulette tables. Roulette is one of the easiest casino games to learn, and so much fun to play. It's a favorite of both beginners and seasoned players. In addition to blackjack and roulette, our casino pit features over 60 popular table games like Baccarat, Pai Gow Poker, 3-Card Poker, Ultimate Texas Hold'em, and Mississippi Stud. So get out of your room and come join in the fun.
Okay. What did Ann say? What was going on there? Ladies and gentlemen, it's a bulletin. We have another dog picture, dog hugging picture. It's not a random picture. There it is. Yes, Jerry.
Oh my God.
That is Jerry Trevino. That is a really good Grinch. There you go. That's good. So he, like Alex, only hugs his dogs at Christmas time. They're like, I only give my dogs love around the holidays, get them a tennis ball. Anyway, that's Jerry's dogs. What are their names, Caden? Lucy?
Lucy was the Shih Tzu, and then Toby was the other one.
Lucy and the other one, Toby. Lucy and Toby.
He had a
Toby-
real Shih Tzu, and
Yeah.
not just like
Are we
covering
on
up foul language.
We're swearing
Shih Tzu.
left and right on the show now. No, yeah, that's cute. And Jerry, we know he goes deep on these. There's footage of him playing the guitar as the Grinch. We showed it
Yes.
on the Christmas show. Oh yeah, Jerry was gonna remember when I was like, "Hey Jerry, write a new theme song for us." And what did he do? Wrote a theme for Gone Racing. Speaking of Gone Racing, coming up tomorrow,
10 a.m.
10 a.m. new episode. Brandon, Jeff Motley. So come back, watch that. We have all sorts of programs. We've got Race Day Las Vegas with Ralph. We're going to be continue doing these. Thank you to you guys. And check out the Masters special. We're going to get to the Masters basically kind of after Alex's pick. So it's time for we need like a voice for like Ann's picks. Like wow, that's crazy. Give us one for Alex's picks. Maybe sing-songy. What do you got for us, Ann?
Wow, Alex's picks.
Oh my God, she phoned that one in. All right. Anyway, Alex, what do you got for us today?
Unfortunately, Sean just told me that the number has moved.
Uh-oh.
So the original pick was Chicago Blackhawks and the Blues under 6, but now there are only 5.5s out there. If you can get 6, I do like that under, because Chicago's been one of my favorite under teams this whole year. And then these two have played each other 3 times. One of them pushed with 6. One of them went under, and one of them went over. Well, the one that pushed and the one that went over, they had their backup goalie, Soderblom. So tonight they have their starting goalie.
Okay.
Peter, I don't know how to say his last name.
Here
Maybe
comes
Ryan
Ryan.
does.
Oh.
No. And
The Blackhawks goal? Is that what you were talking about?
yeah, Blackhawks goalie. Peter M. But Chicago
Peter M,
is
that's right.
43-29 to the under this year.
Okay.
So I do like that. 5.5 is pushing it a little bit.
What are the Blackhawks? How many wins? How's your Connor Bedard future doing? Because I know he's back.
He needs like double-digit points in these last 3 games.
And how's he been playing lately?
Good.
Yes.
I mean,
What was it over? 60 points?
Still the best player on the Blackhawks.
Right.
75.
75. And he's at
60.
Okay. All right. Well, we're rooting for Bedard to get it going. And the Penguins are still in it. We don't know.
Season's
we'll see.
wrapping up.
That was a bad loss the other night, but
I
got
will
a point.
default to another. I do like Vegas tonight.
Okay.
They're going to Edmonton with no McDavid playing. So Vegas really needs this win for their points.
Yep.
So I like them tonight.
yeah, hockey's coming down to it. Basketball, it's a great time of year. And we're going to talk more. Oh, I should get my baseball pick. All right, baseball
Yeah.
pick. Here's
You
Frank.
or we have a guest given the baseball pick?
Oh, yeah. Well, he couldn't make it. Frankie Fungo was supposed to be in the studio. He couldn't make it, but he texted me his pick. So
Okay.
he likes player prop bets. So the reason Frankie Fungo wanted to give a pick was because it's a 107 game right after our show. It's the Angels. I'm just going to call them the Angels anymore. I'm not doing that whole town bull crap. They're hosting the Rays, and Mike Trout's been on fire. Now, Mike Trout has 6 homers, but only 8 RBIs, which this is typical California
Angels baseball.
Angels. It's typical Angels. Now, I looked at the matchups. Zach Littell facing the Angels. The only guy that's hit him pretty well is Brandon Drury, and his over hits is plus 175. So I looked at that. But I'm going to go with the marquee name. I'm going to go Mike Trout getting an RBI today, plus 140. He's never faced Littell. Usually you wouldn't want to do that. But I like that. I know that Taylor Ward's really hot. I looked at that too. But if you want a home run, or we could do Trout's home run over a half, plus it's only 240. Now, you were telling me, was it you or was it Reno Paul sent me about, there's Reno Paul, about Shohei Ohtani is really on fire right now. He's a double, I think he has multiple hit games, 5 games in a row.
Yeah, 5 games in a row. of
5
at least
games in
2
a row,
hits.
8
Yeah.
extra base hits or something. He's hitting the ball really well.
Yeah.
His home run total is really low. But anyway, I look for Trout. Go with the marquee name. Watch the game. Tampa Bay, I don't like Tampa Bay. They're just a boring team to watch, and they make the playoffs every year, and then they get bounced, and everyone's like, see,
Flaky
small market
Fungo.
teams can't win. And you have one duty right now. Yes. Sound the horn, time for post punt signs. Now you're hearing that music. That means, post time. But we're going to talk about the Masters. And what song do you hear right away in your head? You hear Ray Charles singing Georgia on Georgia, the Masters. Jim Nance's voice. So we want to look at the Masters. All right. So I'm a Tiger Woods fan. I like Tiger Woods, y'all. Came across this clip yesterday to get you pumped for the Masters. This is our Masters chunk, ladies and gentlemen. Go get your, what are the drinks they drink at the Masters? Pimento sandwiches, and they have mint juleps. It's a Kentucky Derby.
That's
Anyway,
Kentucky
it's
Derby.
Kentucky Derby. Well, it's close to the South. Just do it
Crow's
anyway. Get a
Nest?
mint julep for yourself. Chug a beer like I did last night at the ballpark. All right, it's time for Tigers. Tiger, or GOAT. In 2019, before a swing and what I assume was some sort of practice round, a fan asked Tiger what he thought of a guy who bet $85,000 on Tiger to win the Masters that year, and here was his reaction.
Tiger, what do you think about the guy that bet $85,000 for you to win the Masters? Great bet.
He swore, and then he just hits it. But I love to. I know. Okay.
Dumbass for the Grand Slam part, though.
You didn't get the Grand Slam. Yeah, he's a man. Love Tiger Woods. And you have something else with Tiger Woods, right, Ryan?
Not with Tiger, but it's the Masters.
Oh,
in
with the
general.
Masters. Okay,
Yeah.
we're segueing into the Masters. Someone whisper for the Masters.
Ryan approaches the microphone.
There we go. Ryan with the driver out.
We have a graphic.
It was ASMR day yesterday.
Yeah, we have a graphic of how much you can buy, or the cost of the entire Masters menu.
Yeah, the menu's very
Wow,
cheap. All
that's
right.
amazing.
We should probably talk louder. We're now.
$66.
Yeah, you can look at the menu. Okay, can you read some of the prices? Because Alex, can you read those?
No, I can't.
Well, it's $66 in total for everything. You can get
You can eat everything for $66.
yeah, so egg salad $1.50, pimento cheese $1.50.
That's the pimento one, yeah.
The pork and barbecue sandwich $3, Masters Club $3, ham and cheese, classic chicken $3, whatever. And then you can get breakfast until 10 a.m. Everything's under $3. Drinks, so soda and water and iced tea $2.
Yeah.
Crow's Nest,
Sweet tea,
domestic
probably.
beer, and import beer is $5. White wine is $6. And then you can get snacks for either $1.50 or $2 each.
Yeah, but they just call
Or
it
an ice
snacks.
cream sandwich.
I
Ice cream
kinda
sandwich
want-
for $2.50.
What's that?
An ice cream sandwich for $2.50.
That's not bad. I kind of want to know what snacks are. They just read it's like whatever they found that day. It's like it's random snacks.
Chips, peanuts, cheese
Yeah.
straws, cookies, caramel popcorn.
How much are saltine crackers? Do they have saltine crackers on there? What was that? What was that snack? What was it?
Cracker Jack.
Cracker Jacks. Yeah, that's something they do down there. They've kept the prices low. The Masters is like Costco. Their hot dog's always going to be $150. The Masters keep it low. I'd like to try a pimento and cheese sandwich.
I thought you were gonna say like South Point because it was like our March Madness party.
And let's look
The
left.
hot dogs.
The hot dog's
yeah.
only $1.50 here. You don't need to go to Costco. Go here. Come here. Get the hot dog. The line, by the way, who was here the other day with me? Oh, my friend was in town, Tony Diamond. We were here. We counted 27 people in the hot dog line. I don't remember why that. He goes, is it always this long? I go, actually, Tony, I've never seen it this long. Counted 27 people. So that was the most I've ever seen at the hot dog cart.
$66 here. You could get 20 beers at that tournament.
Oh, there you go. It's like my free beer I got last night. By the way, I didn't pay for that. When you're one of the MCs at the Aviator game, you get free beer. Yeah, you can't get one thing in a Vegas casino restaurant for $66. Aha! Keith Lyle, you're wrong for once. You can at the South Point, as Ryan just pointed out, and so did Alex. Yeah, Frankie Fungo needs to change his name to Flaky Fungo. Never shows up. He's been a busy man.
In the lab, you know.
In the lab.
getting
In the
his
lab,
bits.
working on his bits. All right. Did you have another Masters thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So they did a build your own Masters course because they had the Masters dinner last night, of course, right?
They have what
Yes.
again?
They had the Masters dinner.
Yeah, right. That's
Yeah.
the winner. The previous year's winner
Right. So
picks the menu.
So Rom got to pick the menu, and
Right.
then they did a build your own Masters menu. So appetizers, would you take mini sliders, pigs in a blanket, sushi, or Canadian beer?
I heard sliders. Anytime I hear slider, I'm not going to do sushi at a golf tournament. What are you thinking? Sushi? Yeah, that was the look of her going, I was going to say sushi.
Yeah, I would do sushi. So then main course.
You would do sushi?
Yeah. Main course,
Caden,
Basque
shut up.
ribeye, Texas barbecue, surf and turf, or burgers and fries.
Oh. I heard ribeye. When I hear ribeye, I'm all in. Ribeye's good, but a burger and fries would be like if I was on death row, I would go like In-N-Out burger, mac and cheese, Diet Dr. Pepper, chocolate cheesecake. I don't know. What would you choose off that?
Surf and turf goes with the sushi, right?
Yep. I was on the same wavelength there.
All
and
seafood. Because Atlanta's known for their fine seafood.
And then dessert, a skillet cookie, so like a brookie.
Done. Taking
And
it.
then-
Right, done.
Leche sorbet, tiramisu, or churros.
No.
Ooh.
First of all,
What
look
do you
at
mean no?
what?
What do you mean?
It's the cookie. Anne's right. Stop her.
Is the skillet cookie.
Okay, tiramisu. I'm Italian. Don't like it. Don't like coffee. You all know this about me. Don't like it. What was the other? Churro. Could you give me something drier to put in my mouth?
You're doubting Tiger right now. That was Tiger's dessert.
Ooh, ooh.
Wow. Oh, he got
It's
to
a
pick.
fancy churro, you know?
A
They-
It has a little green napkin around it, like the green jacket they give out at the Masters. I don't know. Yeah, but that's they always get to pick the menu. That's kind of a cool thing. What did you pick on the ribeye burger one?
Surf and turf.
Oh, you went surf and turf. Oh, look at you two.
Yeah. Sushi, surf and turf.
Oh,
and
I
then
guess
the
you guys
cookie.
go to Red Lobster.
Wait, what was Alex's dessert?
Tiramisu, probably.
Ugh.
Ugh.
No, thank you, Ann. Thank you, Ann. Again, Ann and I, twin flames. As soon as I heard the cookie, the pizookie, whatever it is, it has to be chocolate. I have to have chocolate. If I'm gonna have dessert, it's got to be chocolate. churro.
You can put chocolate glaze on the churros.
I don't like to, I don't like to mix things like that.
If the churro wasn't up against a skillet cookie, that would be one thing.
Churros last place. Churros in last place for me. Anything else on the Masters?
Just our prop sheets.
Okay, let's talk. Yeah, exactly. So South Point has a prop sheet out, ladies and gentlemen, and sitting in a little pile neatly next to Alex White is some Masters bets. Would you like to tell everybody what you got going on there?
Sure, I would love to.
And by the way, you can check out the
Winners
South
of
Point
the tournament?
the prop bets.
So the first one, which I think you're the most interested in, I did
Got
take a little
matchups.
flyer, put a little bit on Tiger to make the cut.
Tiger to make the cut. Yeah. What were the odds on that? It's on the back here. Tiger
Different
was, to
props.
finish in the top
Yeah.
10, he's plus 850.
So
Yeah,
to
I
make the
did take
cut, he's
that.
even money, or he was even money.
It
Right.
was even money, but
It's
it's
now
been
plus-
all no money.
Right.
So now it's plus 130. So I
So-
took a little bit. The reason why I did this is because he's made the cut
Matchups
at the
for round one
Masters
only.
24 in a row.
Right.
25 is the record, which we need to check who that is beating.
Frankie Fungo, I believe. I don't
But
know.
yeah, so he is going for a record, and we know how Tiger is. So, I mean, that could be his main goal. Just get through the first 2 days, right? We know that he has withdrawn from 3
Uh,
of his last 6 tournaments. So that's always in play.
Yeah.
But I think
and we also learned something on the show, Ryan, about him last week, that he's a master waiter, that he's not having sex before the tournament. So therefore, that was the title of it back then. Thank you. Anyway, yeah. So I mean, he's focused. No
Yeah,
one's
but
ever been more focused than Tiger
everybody
and Kobe.
said that was a bad idea because that wasn't the same as in his prime. You know.
No, that's true. She brings up a good point. When he had that boat with the stripper pole, oh my God, so many good times. Oh, like I was on it. Was on Jimmy Johnson's boat one night. Told that story. I didn't know who he was. What? Ann? It was betwixt one boat and another. All right. So yeah. So what else did you have? Yeah, you made some bets.
Xander
Schauffele.
Schauffele. Thank you, Ryan.
Shuffly, tomato,
To
tomato.
finish in the top 10.
Yeah.
Like that one, it was plus 135. This is the best number 2 because I saw even money.
South Point
up
has
there.
the best numbers. Come down here and do it.
And then Tony Finau to a head-to-head match with Cameron Young.
I saw that. Now, Tony Finau, top 10 Tony. I've bet on this guy before. All the pros are like, someday he's going to win one. He's going to win one. They also used to say that about Sergio Garcia, who I don't think ever won one. But I like Tony Finau, 40-1 odds to win the tournament. So
I think Sergio did win.
he might have finally won a match.
He did, 2017.
He did win one, yeah. But we waited a long time because he was like Tiger's rival like 25 years ago. So.
Yes. Well, I feel like that was Xander and Tony Finau. That's why I had to add these two to my collection.
I like it.
Because I do bet on them often, too, because
Yeah.
it is that narrative that they're due one. But I feel like Brooks Koepka's due one, too.
Yeah, and here we had up on the screen, just when I was going to talk about it. There we have some of the matchups. And can we please go back? Okay, thank you, dear. Dear? What? What is happening on this show? Yeah, there's matchups. So you can do like DeChambeau and Cameron Smith minus 160. Well,
Yeah.
look what they did. Dun, 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 dun.
Phil finished second last year.
He did.
I don't even know. I feel like that number's short.
I would take
Me too.
Lefty. I'm never going to bet against Tiger Woods. I wonder how, now see, when Chris comes on the show Friday, if he stops in, I would love to know how much how much money is still waging on Tiger. I mean, there were times I remember when he was in his prime, it was like Tiger versus the field. It was like insane. So I don't know. I'm rooting for Tiger. I like Tiger. I do like Tony Finau. And again, kid from Pittsburgh. I know his dad, Neil Shipley, 1,000-1. What's the minimum bet I can do at the window? $2, right? $2?
I think it's $2.
I got to put two. If he wins, I would never hear the end of it from my ex-brother-in-law. So,
And
okay, let's see another prop. What do we got?
Will
Yeah,
there be a hole in one?
let's talk about this one, Alex. You were talking about this. Sean was piping in on this
Yes.
before he went out to steal another dog. Will there be a hole in one? Now, I feel like this is like the same line when I play mini golf. I'm gonna drop one in. I'm gonna drop one in the cup. Last time we went to the Kiss Golf, I played Kiss Golf I had like 2, right? And they're jamming Kiss music to like distract you. Still drained 2. So, but we're talking now. Jeff Parles and you guys are talking about this on Sports by the Book. which is so weird for me to say because you guys are before us now. But anyway,
So he said there was 4 last year, and I did
Yeah.
look it up. There was 4.
yeah.
One golfer had 2 himself. Bubba Watson had 1, and then John Rahm had 1 as well. So
And Shooter McGavin, I believe, had one too. Shooter's good. Yeah, so it's
so 4.
you
yeah,
look at it.
man.
I mean, the book thinks, okay, it's minus 200. So now I want to root for a hole in one because you don't want to root against the golfers. Like, oh, no one's going to hole in. It's more exciting to celebrate a hole in one.
Right, that's why you don't like unders, because
It's the same
you
thing.
just want you're rooting for greatness,
I'm
right?
rooting for great.
Yeah.
Could you bet no hole in one, Ryan, or would you bet hole in one on that bet?
I don't know. You got 4 days of 18 holes.
I know.
I mean, well,
And how many golfers are playing?
only so many holes can
Right.
are hole in oneable, but it's 4 days. So I mean, I wouldn't.
And Sean
I would
also
take
made
the
a good
yes.
point because there are a lot of par 3s.
Right.
Makes it a little easier. So
How about this one?
Go for it, Ann. Do we have a voiceover for this one? Could you read this, some sort of voiceover voice?
Will there be a playoff?
Oh, okay. Very robotic. It was like futuristic. Of course, I would say, I mean, you want to think, no, it's minus 500 plus 400. These are great props. By the way, South Point, you got to come down, play
but
some of
yes,
these props.
Very tempting.
This one is, this is like betting overtime in the Super Bowl or extra innings in baseball, right? So I don't know.
Yeah, I would just take the yes just because it's fun.
Now, and you usually have your feeling, your gut feeling. I understand you've made a few Masters picks or no?
No, I haven't. No.
Thought I
Oh,
heard you before the show.
I did. Yes, I went against everybody on Will Tiger make the cut?
You did do that.
I said no.
Oh,
I said he will not make the cut.
you're betting against Tiger.
There have
All
been
right.
He's
17
old.
instances of a playoff.
What's that again?
There have been 17 instances of a playoff in Masters tournament history.
And the most recent?
Was 2017.
Okay, so there you go. It's
Wow.
been 7 years.
Sergio won that one.
Yeah, Sergio
Oh, that's the one.
Garcia
There you go.
beat
So
Justin
okay.
Rose.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's
How about
that
this?
no is that number though because of Scotty. They think
Okay.
that if Scotty
if
Scheffler's
he runs
putting
away.
well, then he's gonna be like the runaway winner.
How about
Which
this one?
I was gonna say that too because
Yeah.
looking at all these numbers and you're thinking Scotty is
Yeah.
not high enough, but you can always tie it together with something else, right?
This is why she's here 2 days a week. And we're changing that next week. It'll be Wednesday, Friday from now on.
Wednesday, Friday, still
Okay.
2 days. But
All right, still 2 days. Just want to make sure.
different.
On Monday, I don't want the chat room lighting up. Oh, God, where's Frank? Or where's Alex? She will be here.
Where's
What about
Frank?
But
this?
on Wednesday and
do
Friday.
you like the yes on Will Tiger finish in the top 10?
Yeah, that money's so huge. Why not? I'm throwing a few. But look. I'm gonna donate. I don't care. I'm rooting for Tiger Woods. He looks good. I'm gonna vote for Tiger. I'll put because if he finishes in the top 10 and you don't have a bet, you're gonna be like, my God. When do you ever see Tiger plus money 850 like that? It's a long shot. I agree, but I'm gonna do it. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go do it right now. I'm doing it. I like it. Any other props that you wanted to show, Ann, or what? All right. Anything else on the props, Ryan or Alex? Do you have anything else? I like Tony Finau to make, right? That was one of them, right? I don't know. Rory McIlroy to finish in the top 10. Of course, I've already seen 3 memes of people going, Rory McIlroy is plus, 110 if he finishes in the top 10. So that means if you bet $110 on him to finish in the top 10, you lose $110. It was one of those where they try to teach how to bet baseball. If you bet the Yankees in the World Series, that means if you bet $100, you lose $100. So anyway, Rory's getting a lot of hate on the internet. Maybe that's my algorithm knows. I don't hate Rory much. Okay. Daniel Pacheco points out some sort of secret, Ann, you might want to keep your head out. $4 Pizookie Tuesdays are the best kept secret out there. He's obviously talking about BJ's, right? Okay. So when I was doing warm-up for America's Got Talent in Pasadena, right outside of Hollywood there, one of the things we'd give out as a prize where we had a thick stack of free Pizookie coupons. People would do anything for that. You'd be amazed. People for free shirts, obviously free shirt, people go nuts. This Pizookie, I hadn't had one. It was like crack to these people. I mean, I'm like, okay, someone do it, and they would do it. So, I don't know, the Pizookie.
We need to talk to them and try and get some for the punchies for some of the contests. We could have done that for the tournament.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn it. Next year to defend my title of picking you. Paul's telling Keith to come to Reno. This is getting weird in here. I don't understand what's going on. Paul's begging another man to come visit him in Reno that he's never met. He's only seen on the TV. I want Paul. I like that Frank knows his death row meal It's probably important that Sean figure out his soon too. Because you're a burglar. You might get caught stealing dogs and stealing hearts. Tiger is betwixt two. All right, Keith Lyle, very funny. And then Courtney, the fact that Alex and Ryan and Ann and Sean's pictures are so much prettier than the ones I showed of my dogs. Yeah, it was my dog. They don't want to be together. It was a rivalry. I tried to hold them both, and then they. Okay. Anyway, moving on. That's enough Masters talk. Close up the Masters talk, Ann.
The Masters talk now concludes.
It's concluded. All right.
That's
Let's
enough.
move on, Ryan.
There you go.
We're gonna blow through. It's perfect time. We're gonna go to. We're gonna talk about Giancarlo Stanton. We were talking about the Yankees I'm talking about the Yankees all the time, but anyway, he has 3 homers. He leads the Yankees with 3 home runs so far this year. That's not that's not great, but as a Marlin in 2017, he had 59 home runs. It was a monster year. Well, since that season, in 2017, he still leads the team in homers since that season. Look at that. There's no Thunder in that lineup. Who's right under him?
Brian Anderson.
Who exactly? And then Garrett Cooper.
Jazz Chisholm, Garrett Cooper, Jorge Soler.
Jazz Chisholm, who's not even a home run hitter. He's been there a long time. He has tenure. He's been there, but
and Jorge Soler, who's now a Giant.
How did the Marlins make the playoffs last year? I don't understand. I remember at the end of the year, it was like all of a sudden they snuck into a while. Everyone's like, why? No one wants to see them.
It's because Luis Arias gets on base and was able to hit
back-to-back batting titles. The
almost
Twins
400,
traded him away. I love watching that guy hit. He's off to a slow start. I think he's only hitting 250 right now, but he'll
They're
get there.
also 1-11.
Yeah, they're a terrible
Marlins,
team.
So
well,
he has no help.
The Pirates swept them 4 games, and Arias he didn't have a hit till like his 11th or 12th at bat, which for him was like that kind of drought for him is ridiculous. Just by Memorial Day, he's going to be up near the leaders. The guy just knows how to smack the ball to all fields. But anyway, I just thought that was crazy. But I think the biggest baseball news of the day would be Jackson Holliday, right? So, Ryan, you found a video of him finding out. This is the overall #1 pick. MLB Pipeline has him as the #1 prospect. Baltimore called him up. They've summoned him to the big leagues, and here's how he found out. I love these videos.
Jax, what's up, bro? What's up?
They're always shot like
At first, I just want to
hidden cameras.
How have you gone about your business down here, dude? Like, that's not easy to do. You kind of carry yourself with a chip on your shoulder, and I think these guys, they notice it, and they feed off of it. All right, so keep doing.
Oh, okay, we'll
what
go
you're
back.
doing. All right, it's just a matter of time. Just a matter of time. Has your dad been in town? They haven't come in? Shit. All right.
You think he's got to kind of know here, right?
This season. He's in this season? Yeah. Okay. So, I mean, he's probably a great resource for you, right? I'm sure that you guys are tight. He's giving you good advice. And all those times that you've been in the locker rooms and stuff, you know how this goes. Okay? So, for tomorrow, trying to get guys out early. But first, tonight, I want you to call your dad. I want you to talk to him. And I want you to thank him for all the times that he's allowed you to come to the clubhouse, be on his pass list, let you hit with the big boys. That's pretty special, and it plays into a lot of what you're about. The second thing I want you to tell him is that now it's time for him to ask permission to be on Jackson Holiday's pass list. You're going to the big leagues.
Awesome.
Hell yeah.
That's
all right.
awesome.
I'm fired up.
I appreciate
I'm fired up. You've been
I just lost my best player going up.
Yeah.
I appreciate
To handle all this stuff, dude.
That's awesome.
There you go. You know what Jackson Holliday can't do that I can do? Chug a beer at a baseball game. Try that, Jackson, because he's only 20. I love those videos. By the way, why was that shot like a confessional where someone admits to murder? Like every Dateline episode right there. But they do the hidden camera thing, and you got to know what's racing through his mind. It's like, where's he going with this? But he made the majors.
Yes.
I love watching those videos. That kid's going to be a superstar. I mean, he's 20 years old. You're coming from the pedigree of his dad playing the big league. So
Batting 9th today.
I was going to say, is he in the lineup? Because last night, as of last night, he wasn't. Future All-Star, there it is.
Buster Olney.
Yeah, explain this.
Yeah, MLB analyst called this back in November of 2013. He said he was going to be a future All-Star. I mean, he's got a little bit to go, but getting to the big leagues was something
He was
that he was 9 years old.
Yeah.
That predicting it then is insane enough to get to the big leagues, but
That's amazing. But I love Buster Olney. Let's comb through his old tweets, and he's like, John Johnson is going to be in the, and he didn't make it. He got lucky. No, he didn't. Jackson Holliday's great. I watched a bunch of minor league footage of him last night. The guy's swing is amazing. So 20 years old to be in the big leagues. That's amazing.
Yeah, so he's
and then
20.
Jackson's an interesting name that Ryan found out, right?
yeah,
What is this,
so
Ryan?
the only other active minor leaguer or major leaguer born in 2003 is Jackson Merrill. And then the youngest player in Major League Baseball is Jackson Churio. and they all share a first name of Jackson.
Wow. If only there were two more, they'd be what?
Jackson 5.
And beat you, Sean. Creepy Sean. He saw it coming, though. He saw it coming. Good job. Yeah, that's amazing. I mean, there's a lot of young talent coming up. Paul Skeens, get him up. I mean, these teams, now these are teams committed to winning. I want to talk about the Orioles real quick. The Super 2, you probably know about it. They keep them in the minors longer. They get an extra year. Bring your players. Put your best team on the field. That's what Baltimore's doing. They won 101 games. They want their best players.
They also won the AAA championship last year, so they have a great
stacked.
farm system that they can still leave guys down there and still have a 100-win ball club. So I mean, they're built.
And by the way, the Orioles are a team
for
I can
several
root
years
for.
now.
Like I've never hated the Orioles. I've never had anything against them. Did beat them in the 79 World Series and the 71 World Series. But I do like I like the Orioles. They're an easy team to root for. And we talked about this before. All their young guys on the team all look the same. All white dudes with like blonde hair, shoulder length, kind of like curly, cool guy, Sean. Oh, he's going out. There he is. Look what he's doing. Oh, I can't see him. He's wearing camo.
That's right. Very confusing. You can like the Orioles, but hate the Ravens.
Yeah, well, because the Ravens were once the Browns, but they're in the division. See, Orioles are in the American League, Pirates National League.
Okay.
So I guess that's why, Ravens we can't root for.
Okay.
Never. Never. But the Orioles also, when I grew up, Jim Palmer, they were great teams, and I liked them. So they I like their uniforms too. I like the bird. It's a weird kid. I had a Baltimore Orioles hat. It was a great hat. All right, Ryan, what do we have next?
So yesterday's Tigers-Pirates game, the Pirates ended up giving him 4 in the top of the ninth.
Yes,
but
thank you for reminding me of that.
One of those runs, Riley Green slid into home plate and ripped his pants.
By the way, and so he was pantsless in Pittsburgh. By the way, that's happened to me about 13 times in Pittsburgh, but it wasn't on a ball field.
So how the Major League Baseball pants rip on a slide just shows that they're not fit to be the MLB uniform.
These fanatics, I mean, they were talking somewhere, they were like, the Players Union already expressed that they hate them all. But they can't change them mid-season. Nike, I mean, what are they going to do? The pants. Rip my pants. What the hell was that? You stoners over there with your SpongeBob stuff. I've never watched a SpongeBob. Am I the only person who's ever watched SpongeBob?
Who's never?
I've never watched it.
I've watched SpongeBob. I think we all have watched SpongeBob.
Yeah. Okay. It's an age thing. I will drop this little. I'm going to name drop. Watch your toes. The voice actor who does SpongeBob lived 2 streets over. He lived behind Vitello's. Tom, very good. Yeah, Caden knows. He lived right behind Vitello's, so I used to see him. I'd walk the dogs. I'd see him. And he was very popular on that. The little kids would come up and ask him to do the voice. We did like a block party once, and he would do it for kids. So I thought it was cool. Well, he didn't say, like, get in my car. You know, he was just like, he'd be like, oh, there's the pineapple under the sea. And my friend Daniel, who's the friend? Patrick, whatever.
Patrick Star. Yeah.
You know what? Don't make fun of the old guy on cartoons, all right? Daniel, Patrick, Danica, Pat, whatever. Give me Bugs Bunny, right, Ann?
Sure.
I know, but you and I are the same age, and I know SpongeBob.
I know of it. I know who it is.
Never mind.
I knew the real SpongeBob, is what I'm trying to say here, ladies and gentlemen. No, Keith, he's not stoner. Jerry Trevino. Like, I don't know who he is. Jerry, our Jerry's like Tom Kenny. Yeah, he used to live right near me. John Johnson, MVP. And, Tommy Green drafted him in fantasy. How is Matt Holliday not in the Hall of Fame? Matt Holliday doesn't belong in the Hall of Fame. Some inflated numbers in Colorado. I don't know what Keith I was talking about. Pull down his clips. I don't want to see them anymore. No, please leave them up. Please leave them up. We need them. Keith's gold. All right, so what were we talking about?
So last night was one of the chalkiest nights in NBA history. We had
5
different favorites of double digits, 6 different favorites of double digits.
There were 6.
Yeah. And
that hadn't happened in how long? A long time.
Yeah, 30 years. There hasn't been a single game with 6 12-plus favorites.
Well, of course, we're fascinated with gambling and numbers here because that's why we're here. And of the big favorites, the chalk went, 4-2?
Yep.
Yes.
So that's the
but all the favorites won.
Yeah.
You could have parlayed those 6 money line. I don't know how much it would have won because it would have been.
But still, that's a winning night if you take on 4-2, you win.
But yeah, you got to be careful now because the NBA is pretty much set.
Resting, right? Exactly. Yeah, that's why that's why Alex is here. That's why there was big lines. And the Celtics, boy, we should have jumped on the Bucks yesterday. Damn it. Made some bucks on the Bucks. All right, so 4-2.
But now be careful
We're playing the
because
Celtics.
your boy Giannis is out for a little bit.
Yeah,
that
that's
sprained
he
calf.
hurt himself last night. Yeah.
Yeah.
They should just sit him down until round 2 of the playoffs or whatever. I don't know. Doc Rivers. That's going to be interesting to see how Milwaukee pans out after firing the coach who was number 1 in the East. And Doc Rivers has not been so good. Now, you want to talk about teams that haven't been so good? Alex brought this to our attention today about Buffalo. Do you want to go ahead and read this one, Alex, if we throw it up on the screen? About the poor old Buffalo Sabres. Can you
Brian's
read that?
going to have to read
Brian's
that.
going to have
for
to read
me.
that.
The Sabres were eliminated from playoff contention last night for the 13th straight season, the longest playoff drought in NHL history. That is tied with the New York Jets for the longest active playoff drought in North American professional sports.
There's a lot of miserable New Yorkers right there, upstate and in the city of New York. Yeah, I mean, boy, when I was a kid, the Sabres were always. It seems like every time I went to a Penguins game, I'd see the Sabres because we played them a lot. Plus Buffalo's only 3 hours away, so I root for the Bills. I root for Buffalo. They just need one championship. They need something to root for in Buffalo, and I think their team has gotten considerably weaker, and the Bills' window might be closed. We kind of talked about it.
Yeah, it's tough. And Buffalo, they've been right there like the last few
I know.
years. That's what's tough. And they have Tage Thompson, who was so good, and Alex Tuck, but neither of them had great years this year. Both had injuries, so it was rough.
And we stole Tom Barrasso from them and won 2 cups with them. Okay, so speaking of teams on the move, that we weren't.
Yeah, I mean, sticking with hockey.
Hey, there you go, hockey, yeah. So about the schedule, yeah. Ryan, go ahead, you found this
So
one.
the NHL is creating 2 different schedules for the Arizona Coyotes next year. One with them playing in Arizona and one with them possibly moving to Salt Lake City to have their home games in Salt Lake City. And so,
Wow.
Yeah.
Lots of moving
will
parts.
they-
And
will
I
they
know
be
you,
the
I
Salt
hate,
Lake Coyotes.
what's that?
Will they still be the Salt Lake Coyotes?
That fits. I think that's right. SLC, right? Salt Lake City, Salt Lake Coyotes, it fits. Get the marketing people on
The
the phone.
only
Vinny?
reason why it would fit.
Yeah, only reason why it would fit.
Yeah.
Coyotes works in the desert.
Yeah. Well, Salt Lake's got there's dirt around the lake there. You got to have like a beach. Coyotes will
I think they should move. I think Arizona has been
No
struggling.
one even knows they're there. If you go
I
Arizona
know.
Coyotes, people are like, what? Yeah.
I know.
But there's a history of teams not. Let's talk about Utah. The name of their NBA team, the Utah Jazz. Yeah, some of the finest black jazz musicians have come out of the state of Utah. They were the New Orleans Jazz. That's one of the greatest names in sports history. They move them to Salt Lake. They don't change them to the Salt Lake Sodium. Salt Lake Sodium. They keep Jazz. LA Clippers was because San Diego Clippers were the boats down there. I guess it kind of works. There's still water in LA, but the Jazz is great. I did read this, Alex. You're Ryan. She's Alex. Your Oakland A's that might be moving to Vegas. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to upset you, but they're going to play in Sacramento, right?
Yeah.
For 3 years, maybe. They're not going to be called the A's. They're just going to be called Sacramento.
No, they wouldn't. They're not going to be called Sacramento.
They're going to be called the Oakland A's.
No, they're just going to be called the Athletics.
That's what I'm saying. Sorry. Yeah. They're just going to be the Athletics. They're not going to use the word Oakland, not going to use the word Sacramento.
I don't know how true it is because they've filed trademarks for Sacramento Athletics,
They
Sacramento
have.
A's. Yeah, and they've also filed trademarks for Las Vegas A's, all that kind of stuff. So
Why didn't we jump on that? Squat on those. Make some real money, huh? Wow, man. We were thinking about the show too much. That's it. Damn it. I think we have a couple more. One more, a couple more.
Yeah,
Did you
we
guys?
got-
Oh, I'm
sorry, really quick, while we were talking about
Yeah.
the A's, did you guys already show the clip of John Fisher talking about Sacramento and the players?
No,
they're
dude.
talking about Aaron Judge hitting homers in
Yeah.
the ballpark,
Oh, talking about come see the visiting players?
Yes. He's
Which
like,
is my
we'll see a lot of great
exact
players. It's
point.
going to be great.
Not on our
Like-
team.
Like Aaron Judge.
My God.
Terrible.
can't name a single player on his own roster.
Right, exactly. He's like, it's Reggie Jackson, who played in 1972 World Series. Yeah, I don't know. I know. I kind of agree. I agree with you, but I think it's happening. It's just going to be cool to see pro baseball. Yeah, I'm going to go see the other teams. It is going to be bad. So
But they're rushing pro baseball here because they
they're
want to
rushing
get
it.
pro baseball here. And it's like, I've wished for pro sports to be here my entire life.
Right.
We don't need to rush it. You can give us, you're talking about expansion to other cities. Expand here. What ownership group's
they
not
should
gonna
just
wanna
move
bring
the
a team
A's to
here?
Portland or Nashville. There you
Move
go.
them to Salt Lake City if Salt Lake
Move
City
them to
wants
Salt
a
Lake
team.
City. Yeah, right. Could be a team in Utah. But
I
then
don't-
they'd have to change the name to the Salt Lake City A's.
They can't
Salt
be the
Lake
Athletics?
Athletics. Saltines? The Saltines. We'd root for them. That would be Alex's favorite team.
I'm moving. If you need an MC,
As long as I get you crackers in between innings.
that's right.
All right. And then I think you had one more about Chicago, right?
Yeah, yes. The Chicago Red
This
Stars,
is cool.
the women's soccer team, is going to be playing a home game on June 8th
Come on, Ann.
at Wrigley Field. So it'll be the stadium's first pro women's soccer game to be hosted at a major league ballpark.
That's really cool. And if they kick the ball in the ivy, they have to go, Mom, ball's in the ivy. That's really cool. I mean,
Sure,
Wrigley
I'll bounce
Field
off the
is,
brick.
it's, have you been to Wrigley?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you been to
Not
Wrigley?
for
I
a
have.
while, but
It's unbelievable. You've been to Ann? Cool Sean? Caden? Dahmer? I talked about my experience first time when I was in Wrigley Field as a fan. I went and I drove through a tornado. I think I've mentioned this on the show. If I can find the tape, it's a tape. I was lucky enough to sing Take Me Out to the Ball Game as the celebrity guest in the 7th inning. And then the next day in the newspaper, the guy recapping the game was like, then someone no one knew saying the 7th inning stretch. So I wrote him an email. I'm like, I host this show Street Smart and they film it in Chicago. He goes, oh my God, why didn't they put that with your name? He goes, no one knows your name. You're the Street Smarts guy. And he goes, oh yeah, we love you. Yeah. He goes, you were great. He goes, we just didn't know who you were by your name. So, but you know who knows me by my name? South Point Studio fans, the Punchies, everyone here. Another great show in the books. Tomorrow is Thursday. You're back
9 a.m.
9 a.m. with Jeff Parles.
Yes.
Then Jeff Parles pulling double duty. He will stay and he will be with me and Ryan for the entire episode on Thursday.
we'll have to find out how he did on his mile.
I was get out of my brain. I was going to say whatever happened to the 8.5 minute mile that he was going to have to do by March 1st. Then the date got pushed back to
April 1st,
April 1st.
which we are now.
We're well past. It's April 9th.
Tomorrow will be 10 days from. Today is the 10th.
If you're watching, Jeff, what happened?
I did hear
Oh.
when we were at the Steiners the other day, his wife asked him how his walk went.
He's like, I'm building up. I think if we didn't read the fine print, it was April 1st, 2025 that Jeff will be doing the 8.5 minute run. Thank you guys all for watching the show. Make sure down below you follow us on Instagram and Facebook, and all the social media things are right there.
Yeah,
And
in the
also,
video
you can watch the
description.
Masters show.
Yep.
I'm kind of curious to watch the Masters show, get some takes, come down to the South Point. The numbers are up, the props are up, the matchups, which you did, Tony Finau, you did that one against was it
Cameron Young.
Cameron Young. So that's going to take a look at these. Yeah, 5 a.m. 5 a.m. is the first tee time tomorrow. That's it's really early. Who's getting up for that? Or maybe I'll just stay up. You guys will be up for that?
Well,
I'll
yeah,
be
they got race day tomorrow.
Oh, you got race day. You'll be up?
I'll be up.
You'll be up. Getting ready for work. All right. So Alex gave you a couple picks. I even threw out a baseball pick. Go with Mike Trout getting an RBI. Even though he has 8, I feel like he's going to get an RBI, and it's plus money on Mike Trout. He's going to just hit a banger. He'll hit a homer, and you'll be like, Frankie Fungo, you did it again. Thank you for watching the show, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back tomorrow at noon, high noon in the desert. Punchlines, lines, live in Nevada every show.